Okay, Newton's third law and fake prudishness. So, Puritanism, certain strains of radical Protestantism, you can see it in America and in England and historically, and too much of this. You can also, to an extent, see it in Japan, with this very exterior, well-behaved, stiff upper lip, reserved person, secretly all these insane fetishes. Also in the USA and the southern states, some of the anti-gay preachers are caught with, you know, um, male prostitutes and things. So not everyone, because liberals want to make out that everyone that doesn't like gayness is, secretly gay themselves, which that's not necessary. It can happen, but it's not necessary. It's just a very liberal thing to say. It's very silly, but um, you could get someone, one of those preachers who was straight who just didn't like, the gayness. So, or you could get one that are secretly, you can get both. Whereas liberals will just say they're all secretly, doing things. It doesn't have to be the case that they all are. It's just being very liberal and being very silly, you know. So everything always comes back to normal people, doesn't it? But I suppose because they control it with their raw numbers. IQ 3, raw numbers million, bazillion, gorillion. So there you go. What normal culture lacks in IQ makes up for in raw numbers by far. So that's why everything comes back to normal people, because 99% of the population and have control, of things, even though zero brain power. So yes, fake prudishness, and then Newton's third law: if you're too prudish, and all these underground fetishes, from people that pretend to be externally prudish. So you've got this fake behaviour, this pretending that normal people do. I don't know, to improve their status within normal culture. I don't know. I really don't know. It's constant mind games. It's like, yeah, it's negative feminine, and the neurotypical boys do this as well a lot, almost worse than the girls, but very, 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 very odd behaviour, borderline mentally ill behaviour. Actually, normal culture, but so we always have to do these fake pretend behaviours so that we can manipulate people, so that, I don't know, they get a better job or something. I have no idea. They probably don't. They're probably on autopilot, and it's just animal instinct kicking in, and they just probably have no idea. I don't know. But I don't get why this fake. It's always this fake pretending. Like with, they'll be mean if someone's doing, I don't know, porn or trans porn, and they'll be mean to someone, and then secretly 90% of them are watching it. They it's not. I don't know if the word is they don't like the spotlight, but they don't. They do not like truth, and they do not like honesty. They have to do this lying, manipulate. I don't know what it is. It's really like a. I don't know. It's like, I suppose if anyone's ever been in a relationship, maybe it's like that with, if you have a person friend, that you're going out with, and they have all sorts of mind games because they're messed up in the head. It's kind of like that. It's like going out with someone that's messed up in the head, except the entirety of normal culture's doing it. So they're secretly doing everything. This is ambivalence, isn't it? You hate it and you love it at the same time. They attack all these things, and then secretly they're doing them. This one is not near impossible for me to wrap my head around. the fake. If you were genuine prudish, you genuinely believed in being prudish, I'd still think it was silly, but at least I'd respect it. But the fake prudish and the fake outrage and the, say swimming in a lake with nothing on and connecting with nature, that has to be because of the fake prudish, but they're not even being honest about their own opinion. They're just doing it again because of these mentally ill psychological games. Strange, really strange. I'm sure there are normal peopleologists that understand this. I certainly don't understand these two ones at all with normal people. Yeah, they're always doing it. Most likely what this is my past trauma from the way normal people treated me. It's basically the 1%ers, the banksters, the elite, etc., etc. I don't care what you call them, the reptilian, the Illuminati, I don't care. Call them the Pink Hat Brigade, whatever you want to call, the people, the 1%ers, and the banksters that control stuff. Although they don't really control, the sheeple control because they have the numbers, but they have zero brain power, so they don't know they're doing it. So the sheeple enable the banksters and the 1%ers and the elites, and then so it's what we have currently here with the normal culture behaviour, retarded behaviour, is basically the worst of the old and the new combined to double your energy. Because if you just have the worst of the old system by itself, that's say 50%, and if you have only the new system by itself, that's 50%. But if you combine together, it's like 100% of evilness. So double your odds, I suppose, in their mind. So that is looking like what it is. It's a lot of hangover and leftover from the old system, and now the new, with this whole post system nowadays and all this stuff. So it's a lot of it is probably me from years of abuse, and then from normal culture, and then so it's like a delayed reaction is what I'm having. But then also contending with this, and they've got their websites like those ones. They absolutely, normal people love these websites, by the way. Now, by the way, this is a side tangent, but I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway because it's better than me sitting still forever and never doing anything. So at least I'm trying to make a video and trying to do something, even if it's, haphazard. So there was a good video on YouTube, and it was clips, compilations of this. And there was a girl who claims autism anyway, and has a pretend debate between like a normal person and an autistic person, and the normal person basically ends the debate with, "I know more about autism because I work with autistic kids." That they know more about autism than the person who actually has the autistic condition themselves. So, and that's hubris, chutzpah, this fake confidence, extreme fake confidence, this confidence in your wrongness, but because you're so dumb you don't know you're wrong, so this extreme confidence, poker face that we've talked about. So, they know more than the person who actually, of course they do. They, again, this extreme fake confidence they have, and it gets them through a lot. So normal people love those websites, and I'm just gonna fix that letter because it's not looking very clean. So, they love Seem to absolutely love those websites for whatever reason. Yeah. And just back to this, yeah. So secretly they're all watching it, but then they have to do fake outrage and pretend they're not. I don't know if it's to take the spotlight off themselves. I don't know what it is. Again, it's constant Machiavellian cluster beam sociopathic mind games with normal culture. You'll never know. They gaslight till the end of time, and then some more after that. It's just the level of mind games and the level of childish neoteny behaviour within normal culture. It's ridiculous. But again, what are you going to do? This is mostly me probably having the delayed reaction because it was bottled up for years and years and years, and then the new system where, because of these websites and others, of a similar nature, it's almost like their old behaviour's gone absolutely mental and became even worse, which is hard to imagine is possible, isn't it? But apparently it might be. So, yes, the extreme prudishness and fake prudishness will lead to an equal and opposite reaction of Newton's third law, which will lead to lots of underground fetishes, where the person externally is, a priest, a preacher, or as I say, with Japan have it maybe with a capitalistic businessman, a suit and a tie, Western style suit with a tie, and very well behaved on the external surface, and then secretly all these crazinesses, they end up being more promiscuous than the liberal people sometimes, just because the bottled up thing has this Newton's third law effect, and the harder you do the prudishness, the harder you'll have the effect, the N3L, equal and opposite reaction effect. So it's just, I think a lot of it's about fake prudish, fake outrage, which I can't understand. Maybe someone who does Western psychology, who has a degree or a master's, maybe could explain, I don't know, but they'd have to know about normal people, and I don't know if they do. Also, do normal people know they're normal? I would say not. They just sort of exist, they just sort of are, and then in their mind everyone else is, just because they just can't imagine anything outside normal culture for some reason. I don't really get what it is. But another thing that's winding me up, I'll try and be super seriously quick on this bullet point. Winding me up that they want to claim liberal towards autism. They want to claim they're being liberal and lovely and all this. It's the same people that even less than 5 years ago would have been appalling, treated autism appallingly. Yeah, and now they want to be all liberal, and I can tell the types, I can see them. I can see what they look like. So no, you don't get both. You don't get to be liberal towards thingy when, just for your social brownie points. Hell no. No you don't. No you don't. Because I know what those kind of people, did. And I don't like it at all. So they can claim other liberalisms, they can claim they're liberal towards non-Western cultures, or they're liberal towards, non-straight people. Or be liberal towards whatever group you want, but don't you dare do it to autism, because you weren't ever liberal to me. I didn't get any liberalism. I received zero liberalism. Zero pass anything. So don't you dare, normal culture, do that. For your social brownie points, nope. No. I could do a long list of normal people that have helped me very well, that are fantastic people, but this behaviour of what's the word? The liberal movement trying to of normal culture, that branch of it trying to claim liberalism towards autism whilst even very recently treating them like crap. No, you don't. You dare. Don't you absolutely dare. You don't get to do that. You don't get to have both. It's disgusting. Anyway, sorry, it makes me angry. Just thoughts on this, maybe, because I don't understand it. It's just like a mental disease almost, you know. I mean, wouldn't they be happier if they didn't lie all the time? Maybe they wouldn't, because they're almost built to lie. So there's a video by Ed Dutton, professor or PhD or whatever. Just write it down. It's called "Why All Non-Autistics Are Liars," and he just means, when he says non-autistic normal people, he doesn't mean, you know, ND people. You know, he just means normal people when he says so. It's like a synonym or a homonym for synonym, not homonym. Synonym for when he says non-autistic, it's a synonym for normal people. He doesn't just mean, you know, all non-autistic people, because that includes certain ND people. He means normal people. So the video by Ed Dutton is called "Why All Non-Autistics Are Liars," but as I say, he is pretty much referring to normal people in the video. To the extent of the lies as well. So now whenever I hear any normal people now, I always have to say in my head, are they lying, or is it 50-50 truth and lies, or is it 60-40? Because also the most confusing thing is to mix the truth with the lies, so that the person is like super ridiculously gaslit and they've just, you know, really messed up in the head. So when I'm watching them, I'm like, I have no idea, like, is it 0% truth? You know, is it 10%? Is it 85% lies? Like, I know there'll be a ridiculously high percentage of lies. That's all I know now. Like, whereas I used to actually believe them when they said stuff. Now I don't. Everything could be lies. Like the boy who cried wolf, they could be telling me the truth, and I'd be like, no, you know, because I'm just so used to them telling the most craziest lies. You know, like that program that they absolutely love in England. I don't know about North America. But there's this program in England that is slightly old now. Normal people absolutely love that program. It's like this for them. They absolutely love. I can't stand it because it's ridiculous normal culture, but they love it. Basically, what is it in normal culture? Anything childish and petty and low IQ and just ridiculous with these ridiculous mind games. What is it with the mind games? Anyway, yeah, so again, it's in England. It was a very popular show a few years ago, and normal people absolutely loved it for, I don't know why. I don't get it. They like some strange stuff, don't they? But anyway, so yeah, that's all about normal culture and how retarded normal culture is, basically. Although when they watch it, they think that's a good thing, whereas I think it's a really stupid, silly, daft, ridiculous thing that's very negative. But there you go, whatever. So prostitutes, I don't know if you're allowed to talk about that. That seems to be becoming an autistic special interest. So basically anything normal people tell me I can't talk about, that's what I'm going to talk about, because they could talk about all of their normal culture all of the time but wouldn't let me talk about anything. So yeah, that's not really fair. You can't have your cake and eat it. If they're going to talk about normal culture, then I can talk about my culture. So I mean, my subjects of interest, rather, whatever you call it. So this seems to be becoming a special interest, maybe. Absolutely fascinating. And then when you talk about that, they're going to have to do the fake outrage and Fake-prudish while secretly watching it. And again, I can't understand it, and neither can they probably. But yeah, I think that's it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I can extend it 5 minutes extra, I'm not sure. Again, yes, I am rambling, and yes, I might talk quick, but it's that, or I sit still and just the account just rots over time. It just rots into nothingness, which this is me trying to do something as well as cutting wood with a single-edged axe before, which is actually quite fun, although makes your back extremely stiff and cramped up. It really does make your back cramped up and squashed up, but it is kind of fun at the same time. It sounds weird. Good for your physical exercise, mental health, whatever. Get your body moving. But yeah, anyway, that was just about sexology, and this is all about this prostitutes, sex, all these fascinating things, and then the fake thing where anyway, I really can't understand it, but and I don't know if I ever will. But yeah, it's really interesting, and I'll just end with this. This is just not even to do with this topic, but it's just to do with the variety of subjects I can talk about. It's just about me being, I don't know, the universe using me as a vehicle to talk, like, or if you believe in God or the multiverse or science, whatever you believe in, that, multiverse or universe or, I don't know, the Great Tao has given me that skill. It's not I worked hard at it. I've been given it as a gift by the Great Divine. So I'm very grateful for it. But we need to dispel this Western blank slateist crap. That I've got that skill because I worked hard at it. And just like saying the 7-foot basketball player is 7'0" because he worked hard at being tall, it's bollocks. Yeah, it's a gift, divine gift, and I'm very grateful for it. But it's not about I worked hard at it. Some things people work hard at, yes, I'm not denying that. Normal people's favourite word is hard work. They love it with that dash, the hyphen, hard dash work, all one word. It's their favourite word. It's complete bollocks, all that blank slateist rubbish. But yeah, so just the variety of things I can talk about because I've been given that gifted talent from the divine above. Thank you very much. But again, it's a gift, like something you would receive on the holiday season. It's not something I've done hard work on. Although yes, I've pondered it and thought about it. But it's a gift. And I'm very grateful for it. But so it doesn't make me better or worse than anyone, and vice versa. It's just luck of the draw, getting very lucky, or something like that. So the big variety of subjects I can talk about. Western armour or HEMA armour from ancient Rome, ancient Greece, Western martial arts, aka WMA, and there's all the guys. There is Scala-Grim, Metatron, Scully Gladiatoria, AHF, Academy of Historical Fencing in the UK. They're called AHF on their YouTube account. AHF. They do WMA as well. So there's Metatron, Scola Gladiatoria, Scala-Grim, and the AHF. They're based in the UK, and the AHF are the Academy of Historical Fencing. So again, that is WMA. I can talk about WMA armour. Ancient Rome, the lobster-plated, the Lorsia segmentata, which some people would say is a Victorian word and wasn't authentic to the time period. I won't get into the nomenclature. I'm just saying I can talk about that WMA armour, and ancient Greek armour, and Dark Ages, basically armour from the West, the historical West, and so Dark Ages, and then medieval armour, and then post, so say munitions armour, 1500s and early 1600s, and then Napoleonic armour from the cuirassiers, the fighters called the cuirassiers, the horse cavaliers basically. So I can talk about WMA and its armour and the time periods. I can talk about fluidity and non-binary and talk about the energy there of the right and the left and whatever, and they fight with each other, but I can see energy there with the intuition, or feel it rather with the intuition. When they say it's on a spectrum, there's validity to that energy, although they're weaponizing it to control people for their political gain, but there is validity to that energy. And then the right go, it doesn't matter right or left with normal people, they whatever system it is, they're always gonna copy and never ever ever gonna think for themselves, and probably not able to. So there you go. I could talk about WMA, could talk about this, and then have to contend with this, obviously. Again, I still can't understand that. I would like a normal person to explain what normal culture means when they behave like this, because I can't understand it. So again, with normal culture, again, regardless of right or left, it's always about narrative, emotion, and popularity, fashionability. Again, I don't care. I'm just interested in, is it true or is it not true? Or rather, again, not to get too materialistic, is it authentic? There's a good word. Is it authentic and genuine, or is it fake and BS? That's what I'm interested in. Whereas normal people are interested in narrative and emotion and being ridiculous. So yes, I can talk about S-ology. I can talk about blah blah blah. Normal culture, if it didn't have a go at me all the time, I wouldn't feel like I'd need to respond so much. So I can, a big variety of topics: ghosts, speak hall, Hema, speak hall in the 1500s with ghosts in the graveyard, the energy there, what is that energy doing? It is subtle, it's very, very hidden for a very good, strong reason. It's a very positive, healthy reason that energy is very secretive, because it's not good for people to, not that they would, but anyway, it's a very positive and good structured reason why it's a very hidden energy, and that 99.9% of people can't or refuse to see it. There's a very good safety reason there. But so ghosts, sexology, trans, fake prudishness, Western martial arts. What else can I talk about? Non-Egyptian pyramids in Central America, 1500s. I could talk about, I don't know, wearing girls is, no, maybe? I don't know. No, I don't know. Scratch that. What about energy of films? No, it's too thingy. I'm just saying I could talk about a huge variety of things. Direct experience that I had, say in 2000 on a escalator, or when I was 16, the HD tellies first came out, that the energy that was going on there when that energy was taking place, with the Sony advert and the Jose Gonzalez song, but the energy that happened there. What else can I talk about? Girls that don't wear any clothes, could talk about that all day. Girls in saunas and what's the word? Like a mixed sauna, but I'm the only boy. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that idea. So it's like, what's the word, like semi-mixed gender or something like that? I don't know. Like, just me as the guy, and then everyone else is girls in the sauna. That's a good idea. I like that idea. Maybe if I get enough of the H-word points, the hypergamic points, then I can do that. but it's probably just an insecure, childish sort of thing from past trauma that I feel like I need to express, which probably wouldn't even make anyone happy anyway. It's probably just a load of crap. But the thought of it's nice in theory, isn't it? To, you know, yeah, no guys except for me, and then everyone is girls in the sun or in the lake with the non-clothes girls in the. This is good. These are all good ideas. Um, I can't think about anything when I start talking about non-clothes girl people. It hijacks my brain, and then I can't actually. Yeah. No, I can't think of anything. Probably the best is special interest, actually. It's all gone now, so that's the end of that story. My mind has been. It's gone blank because of this. Well, this happens all the time. My mind's gone blank. So, I don't know. That happens a lot. Well, they do look really extremely good, to be fair, so it makes sense that it hijacks your mind, because they look really good. Alright, I'll have to go because I can't think of anything.